Donald Trump claims that the death toll in Puerto Rico is a lie perpetrated by Democrats to make him look bad. No, really. See his shocking tweets and the outraged responses. You heard that right. The president wholeheartedly believes, wrongly, that 3,000 Americans dying during Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico is a hoax. Donald Trump tweeted in his regular early morning rant that the quoted figure of deaths during the 2017 hurricane has been overblown, allegedly because his opposition wants to make him look bad as Hurricane Florence is set to ravage the east coast of mainland U.S. This is some Shakespeare-level villainy. 3,000 people did not die in the two hurricanes that hit Puerto Rico. When I left the island, after the storm had hit, they had anywhere from 6 to 18 deaths. As time went by, it did not go up by much. Then, a long time later, they started to report really large numbers, like 3,000, Trump tweeted on the morning of September 12. This was done by the Democrats in order to make me look as bad as possible when I was successfully raising billions of dollars to help rebuild Puerto Rico. If a person died for any reason, like old age, just add them onto the list. Bad politics. I love Puerto Rico. Emergency funding ran out months ago. Trump's rant comes after Puerto Rico's governor, Ricardo Rosselló, formally raised the death toll during Hurricane Maria to an estimated 2,974 from 64 following a study from the George Washington University. The study includes the deaths of Puerto Ricans who were killed by the heat and other complications following the hurricane, which hadn't been previously included in figures. There may have been 6 to 18 deaths in Puerto Rico when Trump visited and threw rolls of paper towels at a crowd begging for aid, but the death toll grew exponentially over the past year. Parts of Puerto Rico are still without electricity and water, leaving thousands of lives in jeopardy. You can see photos of the devastation in Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria in our gallery above. 3,000 people did not die in the two hurricanes that hit Puerto Rico. When I left the island, after the storm had hit, they had anywhere from 6 to 18 deaths. As time went by, it did not go up by much. Then, a long time later, they started to report really large numbers, like 3,000, Donald J. Trump, at Ricardo Trump, September 13, 2018. This was done by the Democrats in order to make me look as bad as possible when I was successfully raising billions of dollars to help rebuild Puerto Rico. If a person died for any reason, like old age, just add them onto the list. Bad politics. I love Puerto Rico. Donald J. Trump, at Ricardo Trump, September 13, 2018. Trump is desperate for praise for his handling of Hurricane Maria as the country prepares for Hurricane Florence, saying earlier this week that it was an incredible unsung success. He tweeted on September 12 that, "We got A+ for our recent hurricane work in Texas and Florida, and did an unappreciated great job in Puerto Rico."